Welcome everyone. My name is Kim Wendt, and I am a solutions architect at AWS, supporting our media and entertainment customers. I'm joined today by Adriana Gascoigne, CEO and founder of Girls in Tech. Our session today is focused on enabling machine learning opportunities for underrepresented groups. During our session today, we'll talk about why inclusion, diversity, and equity matter in machine learning. We'll then talk about the ways Amazon and AWS are enabling individuals who want to learn about machine learning and become ML practitioners. Finally, Adriana will share her story with us about why Girls in Tech was started and how they are working to eliminate the gender gap in technology. So I'd like to do a quick virtual poll for the folks watching. Raise your hand if you've interacted with an application or product today that you would consider intelligent. I'm going to wager a guess that most folks out there watching virtually have their hands raised. Some of you may have actually interacted with an intelligent app, even if you didn't know it. And that's actually one of the benefits of machine learning. It's almost invisible to the user, but it adds value to our lives in a variety of ways. For example, maybe you woke up this morning and asked your Echo device, powered by Amazon's voice technology Alexa, what your schedule looked like for the day. Or maybe what was the final score of last night's game. From the user perspective, this process is seamless, but the technology behind the scenes leverages advanced machine learning technology. Throughout your day, you might listen to music on your favorite streaming platform and listen to your custom playlist that was generated based on your past listening history. Later that evening, you might try to decide on what new series you'll stream next. Will you choose from curated series recommendations based on what you've previously watched, or what other people who share similar interests might be watching? Both of these examples leverage personalized recommendations, which are powered by machine learning algorithms that have been trained based on your past watch patterns and others similar to you. Another example, which is slightly more abstracted from the user, is customer churn prediction. Essentially, how likely are you as a user to come back or stay on a particular site or service based on the content you saw and the interactions that you had? This is also powered by machine learning and is used across different industries like social media, food delivery services, and streaming platforms. So why does this all matter? Well, I call out these examples to illustrate that machine learning is all around us, and we've really just scratched the surface in terms of what's possible using ML. To illustrate this even further, let's provide some data points. A report published by World Economic Forum on the future of jobs estimates that there will be 97 million new jobs in the machine learning sector by 2025 across 15 different industries and 26 economies. If you think about that for a second, that's a massive number of jobs that will be available in just 4 short years. However, while the machine learning sector is growing in terms of jobs, there's a significant gap in terms of diversity in the sector. A study done by Deloitte in partnership with AWS found that 26% of data and AI positions are held by women. It's clear that there's a large opportunity in the machine learning job market, and there's also an opportunity to diversify the sector to create more inclusive machine learning products and solutions. To drive this home a bit more, my co-presenter, Adriana, describes why inclusion, diversity, and equity really matter in the machine learning sector the best with this quote. The best technologies in their conception and execution consider the most people. So inclusive design matters, which means inclusivity matters. And if machine learning is to match its world-changing potential, it requires diversity of brainpower, cultural experiences, and creative mindset. If we truly want to take advantage of the impact machine learning will have on the world, we need to ensure that the 97 million new jobs are filled by individuals that represent all backgrounds. This way, we can ensure that from ideation through to deployment, machine learning solutions are designed to be inclusive and to enhance the lives of everyone across the world. So the question becomes, how can we enable individuals from diverse backgrounds and cultural experiences to pursue a career in the machine learning sector? At AWS, we believe that technology should be built in a way that's inclusive, diverse, and equitable. And we have a responsibility to make that happen. We have a long way to go, but we're committed to putting in the work for more equal representation. To develop future generations of talent, we are committed to holistic strategies that support K-12, higher education, and students who are underrepresented in the tech industry. We know that there are people who may not have access to education on STEM, the subject areas needed for technical careers. At Amazon, we are investing in building the next generation of technical leaders by providing broader access to STEM education and empowering adults who want to move into technical careers now. Amazon has committed $50 million to support STEM programs for underrepresented communities. These are just a few of the programs and tools we offer to help enable machine learning learners, and we will dive into each of these in a bit more detail. Amazon Future Engineer is a comprehensive childhood to career initiative to inspire, educate, and train children and young adults from underserved and underrepresented communities to pursue careers in computer science. Through Amazon Future Engineer, students are able to explore computer science and try out different careers in the tech industry. We provide free curriculum and professional development to teachers from underserved schools so that they can help and support their students' desire to learn computer science skills. Finally, Amazon Future Engineer students build a better future for themselves with support for college funding, paid internships, and industry mentors. One of the things I'm most proud of to be a part of at Amazon is being a class chat volunteer for the Amazon Future Engineer program. As one of the 300 plus volunteers in this program, I get the chance to speak to students across all grade levels and parts of the US about what it's like to work as a solutions architect and be a woman in technology. I am able to share my personal story with the students in hopes of encouraging them to pursue a career in STEM one day. It's an extremely rewarding experience to talk to students because they have such diverse perspectives and interesting and inquisitive questions about the tech world. Our next enabler is AWS Educate. AWS Educate launched in May 2015 based on needs from both the private and public sector, requiring cloud curricula to upskill and reskill students, increasing the number of those who graduate ready to enter a cloud-enabled workforce. At a high level, AWS Educate is a platform where educators and students can create an account and take advantage of the no-cost offerings. The site has portals customized for education, post-secondary students, and K-12 students. The site offers self-paced pathways that are aligned to specific career paths, such as machine learning. Upon completion of a pathway, students are awarded badges like those shown on the screen. The badges shown here are specific to the pathways aligned to machine learning. The Alexa badge teaches students to use Alexa to build natural voice experiences that interact with devices and technology in an intuitive way. The AWS Deep Racer badge will allow students to dive into the subfield of machine learning called reinforcement learning, using a deep learning-enabled race car. The AWS Deep Lens course allows students to learn about computer vision and deep learning through a fully programmable video camera. Finally, in the AWS RoboMaker multi-course series, students will learn the basics of robots, all about AWS RoboMaker, and how to write robotics software in ROS to develop a full robotics application. In order to reinforce the material, AWS Educate provides hands-on learning opportunities and AWS promotional credits for students to build on AWS in their own account. To bring this platform full circle, the AWS Educate job board connects students with companies looking for individuals with cloud skills, and companies can see the progress and achievements of the individuals directly in the portal. So we've highlighted two of our early career education programs with Amazon Future Engineer and AWS Educate. Let's talk about how we enable individuals who may want to make a career change into the world of cloud computing. AWS Restart is a full-time skills development program that prepares individuals for entry-level cloud positions. Each diverse cohort of 25, recruited from youth, military veterans and their families, and unemployed and underrepresented populations, completes cloud training featuring scenario-based learning, hands-on labs, and coursework. No technical knowledge is required in order to apply, and the program comes at no cost to learners. Each cohort is supported by professional mentors and accredited trainers, and by the end of the 12-week program, individuals will be prepared to take the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner exam and launch their cloud careers. In addition, AWS Restart provides learners with resume and interview coaching to prepare for employer meetings and interviews. So how does this program align to enabling machine learning learners? Well, today, more customers are moving to the cloud than ever before to run their machine learning workloads, which is why having a strong cloud foundation is a critical step in becoming a ML practitioner. This leads us into our next enabler, which is our AWS Training and Certification Organization. AWS Training and Certification is available to anyone and is meant to help develop your team, innovate in the cloud, and transform your organization. The courses offered by AWS Training and Certification cover all areas of cloud technology, starting with introductory courses to help upskill teams on cloud foundational concepts, all the way through to advanced architecting courses. For ML specifically, we've expanded the machine learning curriculum we've used as a model to train thousands of Amazon's own developers and data scientists, and made it available digitally at no cost. There are more than 65 digital courses available on a range of topics and at a range of levels. The courses are available on demand, making them flexible and easy for individuals to get started right away. The courses available for machine learning are meant to prepare individuals to take the industry-recognized AWS Certified Machine Learning Specialty exam. The exam covers a range of topics from machine learning fundamentals to building and operating machine learning solutions at scale in AWS. I recently took the certification exam and passed, and I can tell you I learned a ton while preparing for it, and I highly, highly recommend it. Our next enabler is Machine Learning University. MLU provides anybody, anywhere, at any time, access to the same machine learning courses used to train internal employees at Amazon. The program is completely self-service and provides a set of courses to kickstart your ML journey. The MLU Accelerator series consists of three-day foundational courses on tabular data, computer vision, and natural language processing. After the Accelerator series, the Decision Trees and Ensemble Methods course offers a more advanced 5-day lecture series on tree-based and ensemble methods. The courses are all offered through sequential YouTube videos taught by Amazon's own scientists in conjunction with hands-on practical examples and accompanying Jupyter notebooks and slides. From personal experience, I could highly recommend the Computer Vision Accelerator course. It's a great way to learn the basics of computer vision or brush up on skills that you may have forgotten. AWS DeepRacer enables developers of all skill levels to get hands-on with machine learning through a cloud-based 3D racing simulator, fully autonomous 1/18th scale race car driven by reinforcement learning, and a global racing league. No prior machine learning experience is required to start developing your first reinforcement learning model. AWS DeepRacer gives you an interesting and fun way to get started with reinforcement learning. For those unfamiliar, reinforcement learning is an advanced machine learning technique that takes a very different approach to training models, other than from other machine learning methods. Its superpower is that it learns very complex behaviors without requiring any labeled training data, and can make short-term decisions while optimizing for a longer-term goal. You start off by building your models using Amazon SageMaker, and then you can train, test, and iterate quickly on the track in the AWS DeepRacer 3D racing simulator. If you want to get more advanced, you can race in the real world when you deploy your reinforcement learning model onto a physical DeepRacer device. Once you have built your model, it's time to race. The AWS DeepRacer League is the world's first global autonomous racing league, open to anyone. Developers can compete from anywhere in the world for prizes, glory, and a chance to advance to the AWS DeepRacer Championship Cup finals right here at reInvent. Be sure to check out the DeepRacer breakout sessions at reInvent and tune in to watch the championship races during the week. Now, I'd like to turn it over to Adriana Gascoigne to tell you about her story, how and why she got started with Girls in Tech, and what they're doing to enable machine learning opportunities for underrepresented groups.
Thanks so much, Kim. Hello, I'm Adriana Gascoigne, founder of Girls in Tech. We're a nonprofit organization dedicated to eliminating the gender gap in tech. At Girls in Tech, we are passionate about inclusivity because we know that today's workforce requires people of all skills and backgrounds. We're committed to building the diverse and inclusive tech workforce the world needs. And we aim to see every person accepted, confident, and valued in tech, just as they are. Because when every voice, every perspective, every personality is honored and respected, we do better work and live richer lives. Today, I'm going to talk to you about two things. Why diversity matters in machine learning, not just because it feels like it's a good thing to do, but because it actually benefits your organization's profitability, innovation, and operational efficiency. And how AWS and Girls in Tech have partnered to provide educational training to its global members in machine learning. But first, I want to start by sharing a personal story. When I started my career in tech, I was the only woman at a 30-person tech company. And I would go into work every day and look around the room and say to myself, this is just not right. The lack of diversity was not only negatively affecting the products and services that we were developing, but also the company culture, the rate in which we were innovating, and the recruitment and the retention of women and other underrepresented groups. You see, workplaces that put an emphasis on diversity experience greater profitability, employee satisfaction, innovation, and decision-making. Different perspectives, knowledge, and insights allow diverse teams to more effectively solve problems, leading to greater internal efficiencies and more innovative product development. Research shows that hiring people of different genders and ethnicities actually boosts revenue and profitability. A 2018 McKinsey report found that companies that focus on ethnic and cultural diversity are 33% more likely to outperform on profitability. The same study noted that the link between diversity and profitability is more prevalent at executive levels, where a bulk of strategic and operational decisions are made. A 2018 study conducted by the Boston Consulting Group found that companies with diverse management teams produce 19% more revenue. But it's not just about profitability. Diversity in machine learning can help you scale. It can help you attract and broaden the pool of top talent, boost employee satisfaction, and improve products and services. Fei-Fei Li, a Sequoia professor of computer science at Stanford University, said this: if we don't get women and people of color at the table, real technologists doing the real work, we will have biases in our systems. Trying to reverse that a decade or two from now will be so much more difficult, if not close to impossible. This is the time to get women and diverse voices in so that we build it properly. Machine learning is just one example of the real lasting impact a lack of diversity can have on our culture and world. All industries need input from people of all backgrounds. Diversity is something we need to prioritize now to pave the way for future generations. So let's look at how we can do this. A lack of diversity builds bias into products and services. Think about machine learning. Voice recognition software, recommendation engines like Spotify or Netflix, and virtual assistants. These technologies are becoming more prevalent in our daily life, with the World Economic Forum anticipating 97 million new jobs in the sector by 2025. Still globally, only 26% of AI professionals are female, while 78% are male. With only 13.5% of the field made up of women, data is being gender skewed, and it's a similar story for other minorities. We talk about this issue at Girls in Tech, and it's a core reason we provide courses and programs for women looking to break into the machine learning industry. Earlier this year, Girls in Tech was thrilled to partner with AWS and Udacity to offer a scholarship for a machine learning training program. The program provided marginalized groups of women from the Girls in Tech global community with an opportunity to learn more about machine learning and the steps involved in building and evaluating models. It also gave participants the opportunity to gain valuable skills needed at businesses working to solve challenges in AI. Girls in Tech will continue to support AWS and Udacity through this impactful program in 2022. Because I and we truly believe that eliminating the gender gap in machine learning matters. In Q2 of 2022, Girls in Tech is launching a 6-month mentorship program for women interested in jumping headfirst into machine learning. Mentorship programs have been proven to increase employee engagement, decrease turnover, and boost performance. According to research from the Center for Talent and Innovation, CTI, the vast majority of women, 85%, and multicultural professionals, 81%, need navigational support to advance in their careers, but receive it less often than Caucasian men. Girls in Tech mentorship program in machine learning will give mentees the opportunity to connect, solidify career goals, and learn from mentors who are seasoned in machine learning and are leaders from some of the biggest companies around the world. Additionally, in 2022, Girls in Tech will be activating other initiatives, programs, and products which are meant to support women and marginalized communities in accessing education and career resources in machine learning. For example, Girls in Tech's job board. It's where interested candidates can discover job listings in machine learning at some of the top high-tech companies around the world. Our digital career fair, which is a day-long event to learn more about job opportunities, career development resources, and connect real-time with top recruiters in machine learning at Fortune 500 companies. Our global classroom in Python machine learning, which is a 4-week intensive program where participants will gain valuable skills in manipulating, analyzing, and visualizing tabular data sets and time series data. They will also use powerful methods of simulation and statistical interference and learn about the principles and practices of applying classical machine learning algorithms in Python on data sets drawn from a range of industries. They will gain hands-on experience applying 3 primary applications of machine learning: clustering, classification, and regression. When my concerns about my team's lack of diversity were ignored, I came up with my own solution, a network that brought women together in solidarity about this issue. We're grateful to have the support of global organizations, allies in men, and support of our 70,000 members from all over the globe. At Girls in Tech, we take pride in building a community not only for our members, but also for companies, institutions, government entities, media networks, to work together to create a better workforce culture for generations to come. A culture where equity, inclusivity, and diversity gaps just don't exist. It takes a village to solve these problems, and the great news is we are making progress. Back to you, Kim.
Thanks so much, Adriana, for sharing with us what's next for Girls in Tech. So you've heard a lot today about what both AWS and Girls in Tech are doing to enable individuals from underrepresented groups to learn about machine learning through accessible training, mentoring, and career opportunities. So what can you do to take action? Well, the first thing that you can do is learn more and continue to learn about the ways a diverse workforce and inclusive workplace environments positively impact company success. Getting inspired to make a change and getting involved is the first step to any action. So I'd encourage you to read the full Deloitte and AWS report to learn more about the why and some additional mechanisms to address the how. Secondly, if you're a learner or know someone who is but doesn't know where to start, you now know several ways to expand your machine learning skills with the enablers we talked about today. Finally, Adriana talked about a ton of initiatives that are upcoming for Girls in Tech. Please check out their website to learn how to get involved in the mentorship program and partner with them on future initiatives. I'd like to thank you so much for your time today. We really hope you enjoyed the session.